And you hear on your screens as well, or in the audio systems, I'm sure you've set it up all well to bring you the best of the coverage. Joining the My TV crew, once again, this is Riten Gosai and Master Nadim Mohammed, and in front of us, a sight to behold as everybody in the stands is on their feet to welcome these two teams. The home team, RC Manubai, led by their captain, Elisa Vulimaina Vuso, with Alzar Alam following closely behind. As for now, high fives, but later it will all be fireworks.
Yeah, what an afternoon it is for Elisa Vuso. Elisa Nayasi, the simple name that I'm used to, and it is him playing against his home team, and then too being complimented as the captain of this bar team, Elisa Nayasi, and he will be leading this bar pack against Lambasa to once again evade them a grand final here at this venue.
Yeah, you talked about the man in black, the pack, and of course on the other side, on the flip side of the coin, is the pack of lions, the Babasing Alliance, and you see them on your screen. 7 changes have been rung in by coach Elvin Chand. The team that played their last pool game against Powervolt Suva has had 7 changes made, so the regular starters are back in the team, and they will be responsible for holding out this 11 men on the pitch, but surely joined by the 12th in the crowd, and the fans. What important part they will play in the performance of the RC Manubai bar team. It's always the case in your home ground. There's this little bit of extra energy. There's this little bit of extra urge to win, and you want to do it for the family and friends that are here to watch you perform.
Talking about the family and friends, an emotional message comes in just before the Babasing Alliance start their campaign and efforts to try and be into the first ever final of the IDC, and this one is the FMF IDC here. Master Rajnesh Lingam, who has just recently lost his wife, Madhu Krishna, who too was a great Lambasa fan and always glued to the My TV pay-per-view live streaming as they go down in emotions and prayers, their bar team. We salute them, but we also salute Madam late Madhu Krishna, who was always an ardent viewer of My TV pay-per-view live streaming and also an ardent fan of the Lambasa team.
I'm sure if you are a bar fan, this is giving you chills. Hairs standing, going down the neck. So, goosebumps as the team in a huddle on their knees in the center circle area.
Even their president went to their knees and into the
President,
prayer. Yeah.
yes, and the coaching panel, the substitutes, all on their knees. And I believe there will be a minute of silence to once again honor the late Julie Sami.
Yeah, the funeral took place today at 1 p.m. and also not forgetting the former CEO of EGFA, Bob Kumar.
Certainly not the first rodeo for these two teams who know all too well the importance of the semi-finals. A win, you play in the final tomorrow. A loss, early showers in the locker room. And we've seen RC Manubai Mba go down to their knees. Extra Supermarket Lambasa in a huddle, pointing up to the heavens one last time to seek divine blessings, and then into the battle they go.
Yeah, it was also a quest for who will reach that center spot first, straight after that moment of silence, and Lambasa got there first.
Etonia Ndongalau will get us started. Elisa Vulimaina Vuso is the captain. He was not part of the squad that played against Stratum Construction Rewa. The other changes, the other starters today, Pedeli Sukambula, Penisoni Tirau, and Pranil Naidu. 4 extra supermarket Lambasa, Simita Manisau, Iliesa Lino, Chris Wasasala, Ilisoni Lolaivalu, Ashnil Kumar Raju, Jimson Abana, and Netani Suluka in the starting lineup. So here we go. Eto Dongalau straight away. Lekima will clear. Ashnil Raju. And right behind him was Pedeli Sukambula. Quick throw comes in. Rusia Tendoindoi. Calling for an early free kick. The reaction from the fans, but no, we keep going. Tirau. Sukambula will send one in. He has seen Nabil Beg in space. Nabil tried to go at it the first time, missed it. Netani Suluka, a bit of push on him, and a free kick will be awarded.
Get used to this noise as we are here at 4R Stadium, as Ba came in with the first real attack, and Nabil Beg wanted to take a swipe at the opposition goal on the volley of it. As we watch this happen here, the foul that was committed by Netani Suluka, bit of hands from him as they tried to fight for that ball.
Yeah, it will be the case of trying to ensure that you dominate possession, you dominate the chances at the opposition goal mouth early in this match. And that is exactly what RC Manubai is doing. They're taking it to extra supermarket Lambasa, the defending champions. Pranil Naidu responsible for sending this one in. Simeone Tamanisau and his brigade of defenders wait. Only Jimson Abana left in front, everybody else in the box. In comes the free kick from Naidu. And Lucas Rees was trying to reach out for it. Too quick for him, hits his head, and away it goes. So extra supermarket Lambasa will restart play with a goal kick. And if you look at that stance, if you look at the way Simita Manisau is bringing this, or bringing the ball in to set up the goal kick, and it will be him that will take the goal kick. They are trying to slow things down. They know that Ba, RC Manubai and Ba in their home ground are all business. So they're trying to settle it down, taking it slow in the early parts of this semi-final clash.
Big crowd out there in Lambasa at Y-level sector at Kaushik's place, supporting Lambasa, and only the wife is supporting Ba, and they are battling it out to find out who will be the winner, with Fayaz Khan and the group all out there in Y-level sector.
One of the things that we did not talk about is the sun, the mighty heat of the Western Division. Very, very intense. We've walked in the field in this heat, and we know what the players will be feeling. Nabil Bek.
Around 2:30 is the time, and you can imagine the scorching heat out here in Ba.
And one of the factors that perhaps will come into play for RC Manubai and Ba is that this is their first match during the day, in fact. Now, the chance, first real side of goal. 3 defenders throwing their body on the line. Chris Wasasala was amongst them. Good block. But was it a miscue from Tirau? There's Lino. The slide also from Melvin Money, but perhaps miscued. Didn't touch any of the Lambasa defenders on its way out. So another goal kick to extra supermarket Lambasa. What we were talking about earlier is that this is the first game that RC Manubai and Ba is playing during the light of day. They've played the previous 3, all 8 p.m. starts, the previous 3 group matches, all the group matches under floodlights, under the cool of the evenings.
So from floodlight to sunlight forward, it's the Ba team. And Lambasa, of course, they are used to it. Their last match was against Suva in the heat, in the daytime. Netani Suluka, this is one of the players that Lambasa will be using for those crosses from the right-hand side. And this time they have a chance there.
Yeah, Jimson Abana almost keeping it in the field of play. However, the assistant referee has judged that the ball had already gone out on the fly when Abana came in with an infield cross. So Alzar Alam will restart things with this goal kick. For our, rather my apologies once again, RC Manubai Ba. We are at the 4R Stadium. We are at Govind Park. RC Manubai Ba have played in 44 IDC finals. Earlier, we brought the stats on the number of finals or the number of IDC championships, IDC tourney that has been played at Govind Park. And this time around, if we talk about the roll of honors, if we go down the memory lane, Ba have played in 44 finals, 25 wins, 19 losses, and they were winners in 2023. On the other side, on the other hand, Lambasa, Extra Supermarket Lambasa have played 10 finals, 7 wins, 3 losses, and they are the defending champions. So they won in 2024. This is a battle of the 2023 and 2024 winners in the semi-finals in 2025.
Yeah, 2023, it was in Suva when Ba won it, and Fatahul Rahim, the Sianganga men, was the hero for them. And last year, 2024, it was in Lautoka when Lambasa won it there in the penalty shootout. Looking at Ba, the semi-final status for them, remember, they have a 57% chances, or 57% of record already in terms of semi-final wins here at Govind Park. Will this be another one for them, or first one for Lambasa here at this venue?
Almost 6.5 played in the first half. Fans would definitely be waiting for the time when their number 19, Vilitati Kautonga, gets a chance at the Extra Supermarket Lambasa goalmouth. We haven't seen a lot of him in these early stages of the match, but there he is on your screens walking back. This is Nabil Beg. In comes the throw. And that's not a good one. Those sort of errors you don't want to make in a match where a final berth is on the line. Netani Suluka with that error. Yeah, now this is Vilitati Kautonga. Underneath Netani Suluka. Pedeli Sukambula taking no chances. Clears. Penisoni Tirao. Sitibani Rakai in front of him. Tirao turns away. 3 Lambasa players surrounding him, and eventually Rakai will get it. Rusia Tendendoi. Watch out for the Solomon Island. This guy is only 20 years old. But the physique seems like made for the game of football, and decides to send one in. Alzar Alam will take those kind of attempts all day. No problems for him. Underarm throw to Sukambula. But they were out early trying to carve out a niche for them.
Yeah, Jimson Abana is 20 years of age from that Bans Creek village in Malaita province.
Etonya Nongelao, surrounded by 2 Ba players, who is able to get the cross in. No, he does not. Simita Manisao eventually cleared. Lino, early bit of scare, and this is how it's going to be all the time now. Etonya Nongelao, strong on his feet, pushes the defender away, tried to make that infield pass. Simita Manisao reading that very, very well. That could have, in fact, be the opening goal. There was a follow-on from one of the Ba players in the box. Would have been a tap-in. Netani Suluka.
He didn't get that angle, knowing Eto from that range and angle. If he had got a few steps behind than where he was, then he would have blasted that one home to the right-hand side of Simeone Tamanisao. Either Simi would have blocked that one, or that would have been the game breaker.
Yeah, the defenders did well. The Lambasa defenders, one of them was pushed down, but they managed to close down the angle. They sent him very close to the dead ball line. So he had to look for that infield cross, and Simi Tamanisau reading that very, very well.
2023 win for Ba, and that man, their coach that time, Muhammad Asif, is also with us on my TV pay-per-view live streaming. Their winning coach from the 2023 victory.
All in the box, Rusiaten Duendoi. A quick high five or fist bump with Lucas Rees. That didn't look pretty from Tirau. Ashnil Raju. Cops one.
Ashnil Raju, remember in that extra Premier League, coping the injury that kept him out for a month at least. And here again, we talked about him getting that fall. So surely he will be a bit cautious dropping down to the ground whenever that happens.
Yeah, that did not look pretty from Penisoni Tirau. So he's getting a talking to from the referee. However, nothing more than a warning as of now. Melvin Money. LA, we feel Lambasa is making their stride slowly, clawing their way back after those early attempts on their own goal mouth. So trying to equal the pace, the intensity with which RC Manubai Mba have started this first semi-final clash.
10 minutes completed here into the first semi-final. Ba versus Lambasa. We have seen Ba coming close at least 3 times so far. And Lambasa, this free kick is what has brought them close to the opposition goal.
Melvin Money. And that will always be a difficult task, trying to contend with or compete with Etonia Ndongelau in the air. Tirau. Vilitati Kautonga not given any inch of space. The Lambasa defenders know you cannot let Vilitati Kautonga get those chances to take a goal at the Lambasa goal mode. The cross from Nabil Beg. Simi Tamanisau brings the situation under control. Then he sends one in looking for Jim Sanabana. Pranil Naidu is there. He will get it away. The captain was asking for it. Doesn't use him. Kautonga, Nabil Beg. Netani Suluka has his work cut out. This time around though, standing tall, Netani.
Looks like they had a close look at Nabil Beg and Ba's plans and strategies and performance. And that's where Netani Suluka has been given that responsibility to ensure he is stuck around Nabil Beg and not giving him an inch of space, because they know if that given will turn into acres.
The break yesterday would have been all about talking strategy. Etonia Ndongelau. That opened up in front of him. Simi Tamanisau did not move from his spot at all, sending it up and away. The captain, Elisa Vulimaina Vuso, that infield pass to Etonia Ndongelau. He had Sitiveni Rakai to beat, and Simi Tamanisau tried to go for the option of the roof of the net. Blasts it over the crossbar. Etonia. It's opening up slowly for RC Manubai Mba. They're doing everything right. With 12 and a half played.
Yeah, Etonia Ndongelau, the son of the great Ba footballer, national footballer of Melin Delay, and he surely is around here. And that was a big, big miss on the part of Eto on that occasion.
Ryan Naresh. Tirau plays it back to Ryan. Ba will try to Extra Supermarket Lambasa. Happy to just see it slide away. Ryan Naresh.
His elder brother, Rahul Naresh, also played for Ba. And now Ryan is a regular too.
18-year-old. So a lot of riding on his shoulders too. He has performed well. That's why getting the call up in the starting 11, Ryan. Simi Tamanisau. Tirau will head it away. Rather, that was Ryan again, not Tirau. Tirau is in front of him. Sitiveni Rakai. And you see what the Extra Supermarket Lambasa are doing. Trying to scoff that momentum that Ba are trying to build away from them, just slowing things down. That's part of their strategy in this match. Rusiaten Doindoi foul on, looks like it's Pedeli Sukambula. No, it's Pranil Naidu, not the number 12, it's number 22. Suliano is there. Rusiaten Doindoi saying no, putting his hands up. Said we went up in the clash together. So just a talking to by the referee, and Doindoi walks away.
15 minutes completing here, the first 15 between these two rivals of Ba and Lambasa, and these 15 minutes are full of firepower from both ends of the field, sending the stadium here into an electrifying atmosphere. And one of the supporters of Ba football, being one of the sponsors for them too in the previous tournaments, Ifraz Ahmed of FJ Trucking Limited in New Zealand, is closely watching this on My TV pay-per-view live streaming.
Pedeli Sukambula talking to his players while Pranil Naidu receives attention. He is doing okay for now, but the referee Veer Singh will ask him to walk off the field of play to be assessed by the medics. It's mandatory for players to do that if they receive attention on the field. Many a times they need to come out of the field of play and go back in the next break in play. Suliano. Tawanakoro. Will he leave it behind? Looks like it will be Alzar Alam with the free kick. Etonia. Melvin does well to head it away. Raju. Sitiveni Rakai. That famous red tape around his head. Rakai once again called into action. Melvin Mani comes back. Pedeli Sukambula falls for Vilitati Kotonga. Will it now? Elias Salino will head it away. Ryan Naresh and the captain Elisa are there. Ryan once again. Nabil, so they've switched sides. This time a left-footed drive into the box. Lino will head it away. Nabil. Rakai in front of him. Sitiveni does well using that experience, and then will just kick one into Nabil and earn themselves a goal kick. This will be a relieving one.
So Netani Suluka shutting down Nabil Beg on the left-hand side, and that is where the call must have come in for Nabil to switch sides and try it from the other side of the field.
Penisoni Tirauna comes on to the left flank, and Nabil goes to the right. Simi this time decides to play it short. Lekima Ngonerau. Better not risk it with Nabil. So decides to send it back to Simi. Looking for options. Netani Suluka runs out, but Simi will send one to Rusiate Doindoi. Now watch him go. He's also got some pace to bend. Rusiate away from Suliano. Jimson Nabana was asking for it. Rusiate just not able to get the pass away. Not happening for Lambasa in the bar box. Tirau. That was very easily done so away from Netani Suluka, but Christopher Wasasala. And this will surely be the first yellow card. That battle between Wasasala and Tirau. Almost riding him for a while, Christopher Wasasala pulling him behind. The captain making sure Tirau does not advance into the Lambasa box, so sacrificing himself in terms of getting the first yellow card of the match to stop the advancing Penisoni Tirau.
That will put more pressure on Christopher Wasasala, copying that yellow card in just as 18.5 minutes. They have a long journey to travel, and he will have to be careful in the next and the other moments of this match, Christopher Wasasala.
So Penisoni Tirau will now need some attention. For now, it's cool water for him. And that spray to go in the area where he copped the blow from Christopher Wasasala, but he's okay to continue. Pranil Naidu with the responsibility to send this free kick in. Extra Supermarket Lambasa players lining up at the edge of the box, but I'm sure they'll be trying to pull the bar players out, so they'll come further close. To the edge of the box, but they're still lining up.
They're planning where and how this delivery will go.
Ryan Naresh and Pranil Naidu. Etonian Dongalau runs back to make sure that he is onside. Ryan tried to go the direct road, headed away. The wall does its job. Pedeli Sukambula, Elisa. Sitivani Rakai did catch him. The referee will play in the advantage. Melvin Mani will head it out. Vilitati Kautonga, this time on the left foot. Completely miscues it. The crowd reacts and Elisa fouls Jimson Abana. The captain now will be having a chat with the referee.
Huge expectation that time from Vilitati Kautonga. When the ball bounced in front of him, the crowd wanted him to repeat what he has done over the nights here at the group stages of the match. But that time, a total miss by Vilitati.
Did go for the acrobatics. However, it did not stick for him. Vilitati on the left foot, miscued it. And right at the halfway line, Lambasa will come away with his free kick. Lekima Ngonerau to send it in. This two directly all the way to Alzar Alam. Too close to the goalkeeper. These will not trouble the bar defenders or pose any danger. These sorts of free kick that go very close to the goalkeepers. Ashnil Raju tried to come from behind and get that away from Ryan Naresh. Sulli. Tawana Korro. He will control Ryan. Elias Salino standing just at the right place to prevent that one going through to Vilitati. What a shot from Penisoni Tirau. He measured it, didn't he? Give him a yard. That's all he needs, Penisoni Tirau. We watch once again away from Netani Suluka. And he did send one in, didn't he? Brilliant attempt at the Lambasa goal mouth, and equally good save by the ever-trusting hands of Simi Tamanisau. Taps it away, the corner kick to come.
That too from that 43-year-old goalkeeper. That save is daring from Simi. But then the real shot on goal on attempt came from Penisoni Tirau.
This would be very, very encouraging, not just to the players on the field, but to the fans as well. Pranil Naidu sends one in. Simi Tamanisau comes out. Not able to handle that properly, just tapping it away. Tirau, left-footed cross into the box. Lucas Rees. Naidu, he will send one in, and this one will go away, up and over. Everybody runs back. Go back in shape is the call.
The fans still coming in from that far end, probably the southern fans as the southern semis, the southern derby between the southern teams of Rewa and Suva will kick off straight after this one or at 4:30 p.m. Also watching from Melbourne, Sid, Arni, Avi, Raju, Harry and family celebrating Avi Raju Pille's birthday out there, the first birthday, and saying go, Bar, go.
Pedeli Sukambula. That's not good from him. Did not measure that well. Was looking for Nabil Beg on the sidelines. Sending it away. Dongalau expecting that throw to go back to Lekimangone Rao. So they decide to avoid that channel and push it forward instead. Jim Sanabana trying to round up Lucas Rees, but that was really well done from Lucas. Crowd appreciate that too. Nabil Beg will be looking for the head of Dongalau. Not there. And Penisoni Tirau, a clear side of goal. What a chance gone begging again for RC Manubai. It fell so ever so kindly for Penisoni Tirau. Hands go straight up to the heads. What a chance. Nabil Beg sending it in. Dongalau, the push and shove in the box. takes a fall with the defender and one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Just not able to guide it beyond Simita Manisa. What a chance gone begging again for Ba.
Another chance gone begging for the men in black bar here as the crowd were rising to their feet to celebrate that 1v1 situation. Again, Simi Tamani Sau is the savior for this Lambasa team into this 24 minutes or so.
So what the fans at the for our stadium at Govind Park and those of you watching at home will be talking about is that if you do not bury the chances that you get, sometimes that comes back to haunt you against the run of play. If Extra Supermarket Lambasa score, then that's going to be all pressure cooker situation for RC Manubai Mba. We quickly acknowledge our partners in this live broadcast, RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware, Flick Hygiene, for our electrical and general contractors, Southern Forest Sustainable Timber Experts, Western Eggs, Dials Sawmillers, Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is total security. Stratum Construction, Motorex, Motor Vehicle Inspection Agency, with their branches located in Tavua, Nandi, Nosori, Lami, Nandera, and Navua. Also acknowledging flow valves and hose supplies, make it flow easier.
So 25 minutes of high spirit, high intensity of semi-final number one. Whenever these two teams meet, surely there is a lot for the fans. There is feast for the fans who turn up for the venue, and also those of you watching out there on my TV pay-per-view live streaming.
So Rao manages to keep it in play. Pranil Naidu away from Ilisoni. Netani Suluka now. Not able to stop the advancing Tirau. He will control first time cross from Pranil. Simita Manisau expecting that, reading that well. Quick overarm throw to Ashnil Raju. Ashnil, Lekima. He's got Melvin Mani right in the center circle area. Decides to use him. Ilisoni. Lolai Valu, Jimson Abana. Lucas Rees has his number. Gets it away once again. Ilisoni. Lolai Valu on the throw-in. Lambasa have scored 4 goals in this tournament thus far, and they've had 4 different scorers. Christopher Wasasala got the scoring underway, opened Lambasa's accounts at the FMF IDC against that match with Nandi. Junior Jack Annie rounded that up, a 2-0 victory. Jimson Abana and Leki Mangonerau scored in the victory against Lautoka. And that 3-1 loss to Suva. There was an own goal. So 4 different scorers for Extra Supermarket Lambasa. Will there be one that can step up with a set piece? The corner kick coming in. Melvin Mani climbing high for the header. And much like how we've seen the headers from Ba go away, this one too up and over Alzar Alam's goalmouth. Ba, on the other hand, RC Manubai and Ba have scored 7 goals, 3 of them coming from the boots of Vilitati Kautonga, and 2 very, very special goals from this guy. If you remember those rockets that he sent in versus Navua in the first game to open the scoring, and then against Nandronga. Etonia has 2 goals to his name. Nabil Beg and Fazil Ali Tiger have also scored.
You're talking about the goals. Ba has scored a total of 7 in this in the previous 3 group matches, an average of almost 2 goals per match, while Lambasa is scoring 5, an average of almost 2 goals per match as well.
If you look at it, RC Manubai and Ba have also conceded in every game. They conceded 1 against Navua, 1 against Nandronga, and 2 against Rewa. And on the other side, extra supermarket Lambasa have not conceded versus Nandi, did not concede versus Lautoka. However, they conceded 3 versus Suva. And some of those goals, you got to ask, were the defenders interested in keeping the Suva scorers at bay? Simita Manisao. It was not a match that Lambasa needed to win either, so a lot of players got a chance to run on. Powervolt Suva walking away victors, and they'll be appearing in the next semi-final. Ryan Naresh rounded up, so Christopher Wasa Sala, captain's statement, will it be? No, overruns it, so Suli Tawanikoro with the clearance. Penisoni Tirau, Netani Suluka, one more time. He had Nabil back to contend with. Now this is Penisoni Tirau, a menace in the Lambasa, in the Ba attack rather, and a menace for the Lambasa defenders.
What a defender he is, Netani Suluka, the 23-year-old from Nakanadangi village in Breketi, has shut down the left flank for Ba so far into the first 30 minutes.
As the sun slowly sinks over the horizon, the players would surely like that break or the overcast. Much easier conditions to play in than when the mighty sun is shining. As Vilitati Kautonga, we talked about that. You cannot give this guy a yard of space. He will take it. Vilitati, Christopher Wasasala, slow to get to him. And a left-footed drive this time. A thunderbolt from outside the box. Simi Tamanisau had it well covered. 2 Ba players sandwiching Jimson Abana in the box. However, we did not see a foul. Everybody was going for the ball. Abana head clenching his abdominal area. That's Suli and Pedeli Sukambula sandwiching Jimson Abana in the box. Well, he's up now. However, Suli Tawanikoro has not stood up, so he will need some attention.
Collision there for that possession in the box. They all wanted that one badly, as the goal was just around there from that situation, and that is where Suliano Tawanakoro got the brunt of that battle with the Lambasa player of Jimson Abana also, and Jimson Abana is all up and okay, but then they have a serious look at their own, the Ba defenders and the Ba officials that will be interested to know the status. He is okay to get up soon.
This gives a chance, the break in play, an opportunity for the players to catch a break. Perhaps this is the water break in the first half. It's really hot and humid out there.
All the way from Troutdale, USA. Special welcome to Arnesh Singh Thakur on My TV pay-per-view live streaming. So the first 30 and just over 30 minutes, and Ba has produced more possession and more power in terms of the chances that they have created, while Lambasa, they are now rising into this match.
Yes, surely Ba has looked the better of the two sides, but it has not translated into any goals. It's all about getting that break that's going to then also break open this game. So far poised at 0-0. No goal scored. With that earlier chance to Vilitati Kautonga, the midfielder, the 28-year-old former Tavua rep. He was the first to score for Ba at the FMF IDC in a tournament, if you look at it, firing that rocket against Navua. But he was also the first to score at Govind Park in the Ba FA, the regional league, playing for RC Manubai Galaxy FC. So Vilitati Kautonga has, after the ground has reopened, etched his names into the books for a couple of firsts scored in the regional league. And then when it mattered for Ba in the match against Navua, he was the one to grab the goal first. Will he be the one that grabs the lead also for RC Manubai Ba in this semi-final? Netani Suluka asks to go back. However, that run on to take the throw-in will, of course, push him a couple of yards forward. Christopher Wasasala. Pranil Naidu heads it away. He touched Ilisoni Lolaivalu on the way out. So Ba will get the throw-in. The captain, Volimai Navuso. Vilitati, well marshaled by Ilisoni Lolaivalu. Nabil Beg leaves it behind for Pranil. We acknowledge our partners in the live broadcast once again. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene for our electrical and general contractors. Southern Forest, sustainable timber experts. Western Eggs, Dayal Sawmillers. Glamada Investments, smart efficient security services. Smart security is total security. Stratum Construction Limited. Motorex, and we'll come back to that. All right, we can continue to acknowledge our partners as the bar player on the stride, Ryan Naresh, has been flagged down for offside. So Motorex, the Motor Vehicle Inspection Agency, with the branches located in Tavua, Nandi, Nausori, Lami, Nandera, and Navua. Flow valves and hose supplies make it flow easier.
And next semi-final, remember, will be a Southern Derby. The neighbors will be locking horns against each other. They are already here in Ba, and they will be running to the park at the end of this one. Remember, the kickoff time for that one is 4:30 p.m. Rewa versus Suva, semi-final number 2.
Alzar Alam had a quick chat with Lucas Rees, so Lucas decides to leave it behind for Alzar to come away with his goal kick. Vilitati underneath it, the header away by Melvin Mani. Lino knows he cannot allow Etonia Ndongalao to contest for those high balls. He will have the advantage. Now, Vulimai Navuso sets it for this guy. Penisoni Tirao. Simeone Tamanisau parries it away. Ryan Naresh hits Lekima, hits Christopher Wasasala. Ba maintain the pressure. Pedeli Sukambula, sliding tackle on him by Christopher Wasasala. Will this be a sending off? It is a sending off. Unbelievable. Well, to him, he cannot believe that
Big blow.
Big blow. Exactly to Lambasa.
Yeah, as he tried to save that one from reaching his net or reaching Simitamanisaw at least, and that is where, as we said earlier, he had to do it, and again he had to do it for Lambasa, and that will be the moment that Lambasa fans will not want to see on the screen, but that is the reality. The card has come out already. The card has been given to that man, Christopher Wasasala, and he will miss the remainder of the semi-final. Even Lambasa plays the final. If they do so, he won't be there in the grand final too.
He's still talking to the match referee. That decision will not change. The card has already been flashed. The second yellow and a red card. And you look at the dejection, the dismay on the faces of the extra supermarket Lambasa fans.
What a moment that is on the screen. We salute Christopher Wasasala as an emotional Wasasala is being led out by Ilisoni Longaivao.
That's a sliding tackle on Pedeli Sukambula once again. The moment of indecision, really. That moment of perhaps a crazy decision that Christopher Wasasala has made. And if you look at it on his face, the emotions showing, he knows the expectations of all the fans, the LA fans in the crowd and those watching at home on him, the captain for the day. But it's all high fives and thumbs up from those that are wearing the black jersey. 34th minute red card to Christopher Wasasala. Just 4 minutes after the 30-minute mark, so almost an hour, 60 minutes of this match. Extra Supermarket Lambasa will play with only 10 men. How does that change the strategy for Alvin Chan, the coach?
Extra Supermarket Lambasa with extra responsibility now, as Ba will have that extra man on the park.
Surely extra responsibilities for everybody. Those 10 that are on the field of play now will need to cover up for the gap, for the void that's left behind by Wasasala. What a blow to Lambasa. And this could double up if Penisoni Tirau and Pranil Naidu get one in. Simita Manisau has called for a 4-man wall rather in front of him. Pranil, the wall does its job. So Pranil will get another chance at it. Miss kick by one of the Lambasa defenders. Now Nabil back in the box. Netani Suluka quickly on him. Have to be careful. Push, shove, all of that happening inside the box. Netani Suluka takes a fall.
Lambasa will badly want to go for the change room as quickly as possible because they have some reshuffle work to be done, and that will be discussed a lot at stake into the second half, the second 45 minutes, but they still have some significant moments and significant minutes left here with 37 minutes gone, so they will have to manage this now before they face their coach and plan for the next 45.
Under 8 minutes to go before halftime. Before we get to that point where Coach Alvin Chand will have a chance to talk to these 10 on the pitch. Christopher Wasasala's ejection from the game is definitely a game changer, especially for Extra Supermarket Lambasa. Velitati don't allow that quick flick. Velitati, Netani Suluka, the back heel, Nabil Beg, a left-footed cross into the box, Ashnil Raju, his header, only as far as Ryan Naresh. Ba will find all the spaces now. Elias's cross is cut off quickly by Sitiveni Rakai. Jim Sanabana on the run, Rakai away from the Ba captain, Vulimaina Vuso. Rusiaten Doindoi falls back in defense. Rakai. Tirau, and it will hit, it will not, no touch from the Ba player, no touch from Tirau, so Ba come away with a goal kick. Now they are surely showing some urgency. Over Simeone Tamanisau, and Vilitati Kautonga has struck, stunning, exquisite from Vilitati Kautonga. The fans have erupted in celebrations at the 4R Stadium. The grandstand shaking, trembling. The net has also been shaken. And when the moment called, it is this man once again, Vilitati Kautonga, picked his spot. Simeone Tamanisau off his line. He saw him off his line and just pushed one above him. A looping kick. And Vilitati Kautonga makes it RC Manubai 1 and Extra Supermarket Lambasa 0. The breakthrough that they were looking for has been received.
It came from the left back Pranil Naidu, that long range pass, and this man knows how to fly here at the 4R Stadium in Ba. Vilitati Kautonga, he has been doing it from the opening day, he has been doing it on the second day, he carries on doing it here on the fourth day now, the semi-final day, one of the most important days with Christopher Wasasala's exit from the field, that undesirable exit. We saw the despair and disappointment, dejected coach of Alvin Chan a few minutes earlier, and the result of that is in front of us. Ba is utilizing the vacuum left behind by Christopher Wasasala.
6 minutes after Christopher Wasasala departs, Vilitati Kautonga for now has pierced the hearts of the Extra Supermarket Lambasa fans in the stands, and not just here in Ba, those of you watching at home also. would be really, really disappointed. And I tell you what, in the locker room, early showers for Christopher Wasasala, and I'm sure he has not seen this goal go in, but just the crowd, that reaction, the way, the nature in which they celebrated with 4R Stadium shaking, trembling underneath our feet. I'm sure Wasasala now knows that RC Manubai and Ba have taken the lead.
So the captain is out, and watch this one here, Vilitati Kautonga, a bit hard on Netani Suluka, and that is what the argument is about from Elias Lino and the others for Lambasa. We talked about him, Master Elvin Chan, the great coach for Lambasa, is not in the great mood for now.
Melvin Mani.
So will that goal that has changed the scoreline for now, will that inspire Lambasa to do something before they go for the halftime break, or regather and rejuvenate, and come back for a more mapped and planned and plotted performance into the next 45 minutes?
Yeah, Coach Alvin Chan would have been hoping that his players will hold on and not allow Ba to score, take it to halftime, and then talk about their strategies. A chance for Lambasa. Alzar Alam spilling the beans. Ilisoni Lolaivalu, the stand-in captain now, had a chance at the Mba goal. The corner comes in from Rusiate Ndoidoi. Alzar Alam not able to gather it on the first occasion. There were 3 Ba defenders at the goal line if Lolaivalu wanted to sneak one in. However, his attempt totally off target.
Yeah, Alzar Alam under pressure at that time and dropped that ball in front of Elisoni Longaivao, and the angle in front of Longaivao was just too promising for him to finish. It was just the body positioning and the bounce of the ball that was not favorable for him, and the drop from Alzar Alam would have been felt out there in Senganga, where he comes from, as his family may be supporting Lambasa, and the son of Senganga is here playing for Ba.
Akesh Narayan, Max, watching from New Zealand, disappointed with conceding that goal, Lambasa, in the first half. Master Sumit, Master Vinod, Master Ramnesh, Sheena, Sahil Black, Jin and Mausa all cheering for Lambasa, watching from Nangere in Savu Savu. They would also be disappointed for now, hoping that Lambasa can make a comeback.
Ba, remember, they led Rewa by 2-0, and Rewa made a comeback. So that will be one inspiration and motivation that Lambasa fans will be talking about. But remember, they are playing without their captain, Christopher Wasasala. Also watching from Melbourne is Sid, Arni, Avi Raju, Harry and family, and celebrating Avi Raju Pille's daughter, the first birthday. And now the cake is being prepared and will be sweet later on.
Vinay Prakash, Ashnil Prakash, Ajeshni Prakash, and the kids and family watching from Nandi. It's not just the fans from the 4 districts that have made it to the semi-final. Everybody that are ardent lovers of football are subscribed to the airwaves of My TV and enjoying the action from Govin Park in Ba. Etonia lifts it high for Nabil, back to chase if he's able to keep it in the field of play. Netani Suluka, and yes, a foul on Netani. Nabil back from behind. He knows that he was only trying to go for the ball, but he caught Netani from behind.
So 4 minutes of added time has been shown, and it will be interesting to see how Lambasa reacts to that and how Ba takes that with an extra man in their lineup. Christopher Wasasala leaving behind that space for Lambasa, that second yellow card.
Simi Tamanisau, Etonia Dongelau climbing high, making sure that Lambasa players are not the ones to get to it first. Ilisoni Lolaivalu, Melvin Mani, Abana trying to get that quick 1-2 with Ashnil Raju, but cut off by Pranil Naidu. Tempers flaring, but opportunities opening up for RC Manubai Mba. Ryan Naresh is caught offside. There's some action in the stands as well.
Expected to be. This is the semi-final. We do expect those rivalry rife in the grandstand too.
Salutes to the discipline forces, the Fiji Police Force officers that are at Govind Park to make sure that the situation does not get out of hand. Tempers flaring somewhat so. Watch out for that battle between Pranil Naidu, Jim Sanabana and Rusiaten Duendoi. And as they do that, the offside free kick comes in, bar clear. The referee points to the center spot. It's half-time in a full of action semi-final, first semi-final of the FMF IDC. And at the half-time mark, the home team have given fans something to celebrate about. RC Manubai Mba lead Extra Supermarket Lambasa by a 1-0. Now Lambasa, Extra Supermarket Lambasa, the first team to come out. So all the strategies, the pep talk at halftime, those discussions in how to prevent RC Manubai Mba from scoring further. But more importantly, how can Extra Supermarket Lambasa claw back into this match? At the halftime mark, they trail by a 1-0. There have been, well, some would say a comedy of errors from Lambasa in the first half, but have been poetry in motion. And what a goal from Velitati Kautonga. 1 over Simi Tamanisau to give RC Manubai Mba the lead. What the future holds for Extra Supermarket Lambasa in the FMF IDC 2025, the next 45 minutes will surely be very, very interesting.
This team on your screen, they have not played any final of the Fiji FA IDC. The 19 times that it has happened here at Govind Park. This is the 20th year for it to be hosted here. Will they be missing it again, or the second half will change the situation and have their name, Lambasa's name, the defending champion's name, in the grand final tomorrow? Will we have a new winner for FMF IDC, or will Lambasa, the Extra Supermarket Lambasa, remain here tomorrow to try and defend what they won in Lautoka last year? So we do expect changes, as Retain will confirm that soon. The two teams must have talked about the tactics and the approach that they will come up with. Ba will talk about carrying on from where they stopped, and Lambasa will talk about how to manage themselves with a man shot.
Elias Lino hobbling off the field of play, so Eparama Moraida will now come in. He also has some afterburners, pace to burn, Eparama Moraida. So he will be looking to add some firepower to the Extra Supermarket Lambasa attack. The referee for this match, Veer Singh, knows the second half will be no short of action. If what we have seen in the first half is any proof of that, so he talks to the two captains. Extra Supermarket Lambasa huddled at the center circle area one more time to give praise. They still believe, and they have 45 minutes to change things around for them.
As the fans watching out there, Master Pranal with brother Rajiv and Sanjeev in Christchurch, the Ba squad out there, and also Anil Prasad, the former GM of Pacific Feeds, who is now in Wellington.
As we wait for the second half to kick off, Jim Sanabana will get us underway. Quick shout out to the Hayward, California boys, Shelvin, Nitesh, Shanol, Sukuna, Pandit, Bimlesh, Bullet and Naidu. And they also have Salen Mani, Rajesh Naidu in the mix, enjoying the brown label along with the action on My TV. And some cheering for Ba, some for Rewa, they say, but eagerly awaiting for the next semi-final.
Remember, Suva is also there. They will be facing Rewa in the second semi-final.
Panisoni Tirao. Ryan Naresh is asking for it, so he will get it back to Ryan. Pickpocketed by Melvin Mani, trying to weave one through for Jim Sanabana. That will evade Jimson too far for him. Alzar Alam. That's the Lambasa coach that you are hearing. Alvin Chand has his work cut out too. Wonder what the conversations at halftime would have been in the change room for Extra Supermarket Lambasa. Antonia, Sitiveni Rakai holding him back. Have to be careful of those cynical fouls.
Eto was smart there not to carry on and just cancel the advantage that the referee Bilsing allowed for, and the play stopped for a free kick. So set piece play, set piece advantage to the Ba team.
Surely is. That was smart play from Antonia. Don't allow, knowing that his advance would still be into the box, stopped by the defenders. So opts for the free kick opportunity in fact. Instead, only a two-man wall in front of Pranil Naidu. This is on his favorite side, so it will come from the left. Pranil. That's a good free kick and a good goal too. Nabil Beg. Nabil Beg very early in the second half, taking advantage of that excellent free kick sent into the Lambasa box. Simi Tamanisau and his brigade of defenders standing, watching, no reaction. And what a terrific goal to get us underway in the second half. If you look at the Ba bench, Pranil Dayal, the president, also in celebrations. The crowd erupts, everybody pointing up to the heavens. This team believes, and that can slowly translate into them marching into the final, and that's one way to do that. Nabil Beg left all free at the back. The free kick comes in from Pranil Naidu, and what a goal! A worldy, excellent free kick from the set piece move. Nabil Beg makes it RC Manubai 2 and Extra Supermarket Lambasa 0.
You don't let someone like Nabil Beg lose in your own box, and that too right in front of the goal line. And this time Lambasa made that mistake and they got punished severely. But then the belief of Antonia Dongalau, he did not carry on with the advantage that was allowed by the referee. He stopped it there and ensured they come up with the set piece, and that belief surely paid dividends for this Ba team.
Credit also to Pranil Naidu. That was an excellent free kick sent in. As that rocketed into the box, the Lambasa defenders not reading that Nabil Beg is lurking behind them. And here he is one more time into the Lambasa box. He comes, leaving it behind for Ryan Naresh. There was a good infield pass, a chance that space opened up in front of Ryan. Did not take advantage of that.
Vilitati 132 in number 19. He has scored, and then this time he tried not to be selfish. They had options available to make those small passes, keep it there. They are up by 2-0. No need to rush, but credit goes to Lambasa, how they came in to close down Vilitati Kautonga, because he made the intentions known that time too.
Nabil Beg with that pass that he slotted towards Vilitati and Ryan. You saw the amount of space that opened up in front of these two players. Ryan, of course, was the one to come away with that attempt. However, that absence of Christopher Wasasala is being really, really felt. There's a Ba player that is on the ground. Captain Elisa will attend to him. It's Nabil Beg. So the medics also called in. That gives us time to acknowledge our partners in this live broadcast on the airwaves of My TV. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene, for our electrical and general contractors, Southern Forests, Sustainable Timber Experts, Western Eggs Limited, the Yals Sawmillers Limited, Glamada Investments, Smart Efficient Security Services. Smart Security is total security. Stratum Construction, Motorex Motor Vehicle Inspection Agency, and Flow Valves and Hose Supplies make it flow easier. RC Manubai Ba find themselves in similar stead as to where they were with Stratum Construction Rewa in their last pool game. They were leading 2-0, only to allow Rewa to claw back into that match. Goals to Patrick Joseph and Ratu Tevita Waranevalu silenced the crowd for a bit. That sent Rewa into the top of the standings as the winners of Group B and into the second semi-final with Powervolt Suva. This time around, the task is much more harder for Extra Supermarket Lambasa. They are a man down. The captain red-carded in the first half. And the task, like I said, made even more difficult with a very early goal in the second half to Nabil Beg.
That last year's winning coach, Master Rapnil Pratap, is also watching from Hamilton and is saying that hopefully Lambasa can bounce back. He was the one who led them to win the 2024 IDC.
Eparama Moraida away from Pedeli Sukambula. Pedeli does well to hold his ground, and Ashnil Raju, a left-footed attempt at the near post, and Alzar Alam had that well covered. Read that well. Alzar, good catch, good grab from him. Ashnil Raju, Suli, Tawanekoro, glued. So in between Suli, glued to his spot rather. So in between Suli and Pedeli, Ashnil found some space for a shot finally at the RC Manubai goal mouth. Alzar Alam did well to save. Billy in Kashmir Lautoka smiles stretching from ear to ear. Born in Nandi but a die-hard Ba fan. AJ, Uncle Noor and Para also watching live in Surrey, Vancouver. And Para, of course, cheering for Rewa, says bring on Ba. So that friendly rivalry amongst the fans that are tuning in from North America as well, in the US and in Canada, we welcome you to this presentation on My TV.
Yeah, many fans would want to see the continuation of that Ba-Rewa group stage match that ended with a 2-2 draw, no winner there, and surely many will be predicting and hoping for them to return tomorrow in the grand final. But we give all due respect and credit to the Suva team too. They too are here not to make numbers but to compete for that grand final spot. From Seattle, USA, with friends Rana, Palwar, Durup, Rakesh, Saten, Arvind, Papu and Ronald, is Nahid Ali. Assalamu alaikum to you, bro.
Extra Supermarket Lambasa find themselves in unfamiliar waters, don't they? They have not lost at the FMF IDC last year. They are the defending champions. They won the Big Fiji Fact. They won the Extra BOG at home. 3 tournaments in a row, the trifecta of wins. However, now down by 2-0 again, making those errors. Melvin Money covers up for it, not allowing any space for Elisa to get his shot away at the Lambasa goal mouth. Lucas Rees, you look at the structure, the way in which Ba are defending, these 4 players floating with where the action is and always coming back in shape. Pedeli Sukambula, Suli Tawanakoro, Lucas Rees and Pranil Naidu, the 4 responsible to stop the Extra Supermarket Lambasa onslaught.
We talked about the Ba captain, Elisa Nayasi, his emotional match this one to be, and he is playing more like this being the match of his life, the way he is everywhere and anywhere on the field of play to ensure that Ba wins this one and is present in the grand finale tomorrow.
Donning the black jumper, and that's where his heart is for now. What a grand game the captain has had. Elisa Volimaina Vuso or Elisa Nayasi. Cannot say the same for the extra supermarket Lambasa captain. The free kick to come from Siti Veni Rakai. Eparama Moraida was the target. Push from behind on him from Ryan Naresh. And that opens up a chance for Lambasa to now come away with a set-piece move. But this, of course, is prime real estate from where free kick takers, specialist free kick takers, look to do some damage. Can somebody step up for extra supermarket Lambasa? The two that are having a conversation are Melvin Mani and Ashnil Raju. And there is Ilisoni Lolevalu also behind them.
And the fans will be wishing that only if they had Anish Kem in there.
Anish Kem, if you remember, scored that excellent free kick at the extra BOG in their home ground. There's a six-man wall in front of five-man wall in front of these two. Melvin and now Rakai is there, so Ashnil Raju has left it to Ilisoni, Melvin and Rakai.
Melvin could be the man.
We wait. Melvin it is, straight into the wall. Alzar Alam, he spills, chance for Ba, and at the another chance for Lambasa, and at the near post, Betheli Sukambula. Talk about the read, knowing exactly the goalkeeper needed some assistance. He needed to be bailed out. Alzar Alam had spilled it, and Sukambula, what a save from him, throwing his body on the line. You look at him, as soon as he sees Alzar Alam spill the ball, Ashnil Raju on it, Betheli Sukambula at the near post and scooping low, rather looping low to head it away.
He knew where to be in that situation, knowing that Alzar had spilled it down and not in a position to defend for the second time. And Pideli Sukambula, like an exemplary left defender, came to that left post and closed the space where that ball was meant to go in from.
Sitiveni Rakai in charge of this corner kick. Behind him, Bawol Suba preparing for the next one. This is not a good corner kick from Sitiveni Rakai. This is not what you want to happen in a match where you are down by 2-0. The corner kick is swung in and absolutely nobody there to meet it.
Yeah, we're saying Bula Vinaka to Mr. and Mrs. VT Bigfoot, enjoying the My TV live streaming, the pay-per-view live streaming, and also shout out to the Navosai crew, subscribed to My TV, Farouk, Irfan, Vicky, Shivnil, Ayan, and Shayan.
We are also giving away a prize for this semi-final and the one coming up. So we'll quickly tell you what the competition is today. All you have to do is take a selfie or a group photo wearing your team colors and send it through to the MyTV Messenger. And if you're here in Fiji, you have a chance to walk away with the Lanius earbud in this first semi-final. There'll be another one, another prize to be given away in the second semi-final, and that will be highlighted when we get to semi-final number 2.
Also watching from Lautoka, saying Ba to Ba, hey, go Ba, go. Alvin watching with Avishai and family. And Hafiz Ali, Shenaz from Westpac, Adil from Fiji Airways, and Adiba from Sydney. And saying we originally from Motom Ba and residing in Balawa, Lautoka, the die-hard Ba fans out there. On a high at the moment with that hour completing, and they have that 2-0 lead at the moment against defending champions.
A record-breaking attendance for the first semi-final, and we told you that the lineup was from the ticket booths all the way to the car park and the road that lead to the Fiji FA Academy, and the numbers that have been sent across to us from Fiji FA, 10,016, so crossing the 10,000 mark And with this sort of a performance that the home team, RC Manubai Ba, is giving today, and look at that, if you are not able to make it to the stadium, this is how you watch football in Fiji. That's the soccer craziness, the fanatics.
And especially in Ba.
Especially in Ba, ardent football fans taking it to the branches, the rain tree branches. Hopefully it will hold on strong because of the number of people that we saw that were hanging from the branches or sitting on top of them.
Now, maybe Mr. Pranil Dayal, the Ba football boss, would want to find out who they are because he has given away around 3,000 tickets already and he would look for them for the grand final.
Benisoni Tirao, that shot, the bounced off from Leki Mangonerau, appeared to hit the Lambasa hand in the box. The referee says we carry on. Jimson Abana. Jimson, he will make his way into the Ba box, but Lucas Rees has him well covered. As we have a look at the 4R stadium, not an inch of space in the grandstand. 10,000 and more crowding Govin Park today. Alzar Alam will climb high and in between three Lambasa players. Alzar very quickly out, grabs the ball, makes it all his. However, also sustaining an injury in that sequence of play, holding his right side of his head.
Not a good side for these Ba fans from the grandstand as their hero, their savior in goal, Alzar Alam, is down in pain for now as these ones, they are stuck on those branches but enjoying the game of football. And as I said, the Ba president, Pranil Dayal, has given out 3,000 tickets already to the fans for free. That is paid by him and his company. And surely he may want to know the identity of these boys so that they too are here amongst the crowd tomorrow if Ba is in the grand final, which they are on the verge of doing. Another 30 minutes or so remaining.
Great capture from our MyTV crew. So we thank the camera boys for picking out the those 10 of them. I counted. There's 10 of them hanging from the tree and catching the action.
And some may be hanging behind the branches to hide and watch this match.
Excellent atmosphere at Govin Park and also from outside. And I tell you what, those fans have a bird's eye view of the action on the field.
Electrifying atmosphere,
yes,
indeed.
Those that are in the branches, the rain tree branches.
And this is for our stadium, jam-packed, and they are sitting side by side, no space, Ba flags there, Lambasa flags around, Ba team, the Ba fans there, and Lambasa fans there too.
As Alzar Alam is attended to, a quick shout out to Arishma Singh and the son, Ane. Ane cheering for his Papa's team today, for the man in black. And would be really happy watching on the MyTV that...
that's a close shot there, as they have their moments too. While they have a look at Alzar Alam, they have a look at their screens too.
Yeah, would be very happy, Ane, that Lambasa, rather, RC Manubai Ba have a 2-0 lead.
So from Raki enjoying this MyTV pay-per-view live streaming, saying good coverage on their screens. Go Ba Go, Sony, Nair, Yanket, Kavin, and Suva support coming in from Deepak. Remember, Suva will be appearing in the next semi-final from 4:30 p.m. the local time here against Rewa.
Boys in Makoi also enjoying the action on MyTV. AJ Kawal, Ritesh Kumar Kawal, Sumit Chand, Manoj Kumar Kawal, Shane Chand Kawal, so all Kawals there. Ronit Kumar, Navs Lal, on his way to Nandi now, they are saying, but the die-hard fan also in there of Shivon Chan. So we'll have Alzar Alam restart play. Suli Tawanakoro, he's doing okay, so that's good to see Alzar Alam back up and running. Pranil Naidu, he's seen the run of Etonia Ndongelau away from City Veni Rakai. Etonia holding possession. Elisa switches it across to Pedeli Sukambula. Tirau asking for it, gets it from Pedeli. Then Tirau will play it back. Sukambula. Bulimay Navuso. Pranil Naidu. Now you see the tiki-taka.
They're using that extra man on the field, the void, the space left behind by the Lambasa captain, Christopher Wasasala. If he missed out, he went out because of the second yellow card. Also watching from California, USA, Deron Ryan saying go, Reva go, and the coverage looks awesome for them out there in USA, saying the ground perfect is just too perfect for this IDC. And also those seaside California Ron and boys watching this one too.
Definitely perfect and made even more perfect. Those two goals that have gone in. The first one from Velitati Kautonga, and then a moment of perfection from the set piece. Pranil Naidu with a free kick. Nabil Beg nodded it in to make it 2-0 just in the second minute of the second half. We also quickly think of the late Julie Sami. I'm sure he's looking down on Ba, and the players surely owe him nothing but respect. So rest high, legend Julie Sami. The referee has raised to Alzar Alam, and it appears so that he is not doing okay after that knock in the earlier save in between three Lambasa players.
Will they have a look at Atunesa now Vukindi to go in and complete this semi-final? The referee has given that indication from there. So we expect Atunesa now Vukindi to enter the field. He has played for Lambasa too for a couple of seasons, the Ba player, the Ba goalkeeper. And here this afternoon, he will get the chance to play for Ba in the remainder of this match.
So this will be the first time Atunaisa Naundukindi will feature for the men in black at the FMF IDC 2025. Alzar Alam, the referee, has indicated they will need to be substituted off. Extra Supermarket Lambasa have also made a change. We will bring that to you shortly.
Yeah, and they're on the right, watching from San Francisco, California, USA, cheering for Rewa. Also watching in Fiji at Laudala Beach, Suva. And mixed supports there, Lambasa, Rewa, Ba, Rakesh, Ashwin, Sushil, D, Dr. Akesh, all watching Nilesh house at Nilesh's house. And the grog party is going on, and says who wins donates the grog for the sitting. So that's between the fence there as Atunesa enters the goalkeeping area.
That big cheer from the crowd was for Atunesa, replacing Alzar Alam.
So the Ba fans will be interested in the status of Alzar Alam as they approach the final slot. To be confirmed for them. Still more than 20 minutes remain though, but then there will be those ifs and buts of if Ba qualifies, will Alzar be in goal or Atunesa will carry on?
Yeah, this is a conversation that will surely be had between the fans tonight around the Kava Bowl, whether Alzar Alam will feature for Ba tomorrow or not. Elisoni Loleivalu will bring it under control. Then Simi Tamanisau, and this is the new man that has gone in for Extra Supermarket Lambasa, Junior Jack Annie, and he has replaced Rusiate Ndoindoi. Ashnil, Raju, Melvin. Velitati Kautonga quickly comes back to try and stop the advance of Melvin Mani. Suli Tawanakoro just does enough to disturb Jimson Abana.
An early exit of their captain Christopher Wasasala, and this will be the talk of the around the Brockball or wherever the fans will be tonight, especially the Lambasa fans, and it will not be an easy night for their captain Christopher Wasasala. For now, for this afternoon, he's sitting away, and for sure he's struggling with how the situation of this match is. The captain Christopher Wasasala.
Ryan Naresh will receive some attention at the bottom of the screen if you can catch him on the sidelines. So the match will continue. Atunaisa to come away with a goal kick. 70 minutes played, 20 more minutes. And will it be case rested for Extra Supermarket Lambasa after dominating over 3 tournaments, the FMF IDC last year? The Big Fiji Effect, the Extra Battle of the Giants. Will the defending champions, as the history books have it, no finals, no IDC finals in Ba at Govind Park.
So it will be another year that Lambasa may miss the grand final. They still have time, around 20 minutes, to score 2 goals and force extra time or score 3 within 20 minutes and win this. But remember, they are a man down, and it's a mammoth task for them to return into this match. But then they have what it takes to do so.
Yes, a big ask for Extra Supermarket Lambasa, even to claw back, get those 2 goals and then think about victory. However, there is still time, more than 18.5 minutes. Nabil Beg. Will he look for the height of Fazil Ali in the box? He's the new man that has gone in, replacing Ryan Naresh, who was receiving some attention on the sidelines. What a goal Fazil scored against Stratum Construction Rewa on day 3 of the pool games. The Rewa goalkeeper spilling it. Fazil, his goal had given Ba the 2-0 lead, only to be chalked off later. Alvin Chand, he has not had any moments or no time really to find the comfort of the chairs that are at the substitutes bench. He has been up and running throughout the course of this match. Sitiveni Rakai with a sliding tackle, boots high. Will it just be a talking to, or will it result in a card? No card, just asking Rakai, the referee, to keep it down.
With 73 minutes now approaching, Lambasa fans will be hoping for some magic from their heroes, the defending champions. They are not used to missing the grand finals, and if they do not score 2 here at least, they will surely miss the final. They have played in 3 consecutive finals, and they have won all 3. And will they be here to do it again, or will they be missing from that one?
12 on 12, Pedeli Sukambula and Ashnil Raju. Pedeli with a bit of a pull on Ashnil Raju, so a free kick will be awarded to Extra Supermarket Lambasa. Pedeli Sukambula for back-chatting to the referee is now flashed a yellow card for all his trouble. Didn't need to do that, Pedeli. The free kick was awarded in the tussle. Should have just let it go. They're already leading. Lekima Ngonerao.
So when Wasasala copped the first yellow card, we did talk about him being in that risk and to be careful, and he got the second yellow card.
Akunaisa. That will be appreciated by the fans in the grandstand. Now quickly on the bounce, Nabil Beg, acres of space in front of Penisoni Tirao, decided to not use the flanks and come in, and Sitiveni Rakai then covers.
Big crowd on your screen. They just came on your screen. It's jam-packed here. Around 10,000 people are what we have in attendance for the fourth day of FMF IDC 2025. If Ba is there in the grand final tomorrow, and whoever is playing in the grand final against Ba, for sure, it will be more than a jam-packed stadium tomorrow.
LABASA will just do enough to tow it out of the field of play, and towing is an understatement, really. That's what Ba is doing. A lot of composure, more brisk. They have the man advantage, and they also have a 2-goal cushion. Pranil Naidu is flashed a yellow card for the tackle on Jimson Abana. That was from behind, so Pranil too has to be careful now. There's 2 players in the books, in the naughty books for RC Manubai and Ba. Pedeli Sukambula and Pranil Naidu.
And both are outer backs, crucial in defense. Will the Ba bench look for them to come out and someone else to go in?
I think the question there will be for Joshua Wilson, for Rodak Singh. Are they comfortable now with the little under 15 minutes to play? Are they comfortable enough to make those changes?
They gave it away to Rewa, 2-0 lead, and here they're leading by 2-0, and they will not want to make the mistake that may have been in that draw with Rewa.
Yeah, a lot of fans, in the conversations, in their discussions post-match, did bring up the matter that there were changes made which could have had some potential. The changes made potential influence on the way Rewa came back in that match. Quick corner kick, Ashnil Raju. Will he use Eparama Moreda? No. Decides to go for it himself. Lucas has had a steady game, hasn't he?
Great defense work from him. He was in the 6-yard box, and when he saw that they were going closer to the corner spot area, he took a run to block that one.
Eparama Moreda will go longer this time, and this is again one of those occasions where the corner kick from extra supermarket Lambasa player has not found anybody in the box. What I mean to say is that if it comes in an area that is at least contestable, that's one thing, but to send it behind where all the players are, that's another. It's just not happening for extra supermarket Lambasa. Fazil will clear. The only man on the field with those lime green cleats. Suli. Tawanakoro. Navuli may navuso. Elisa. Netani Suluka and Nabil Beg one more time. Quick shout out to Bimlesh Sharma and the crew watching from Christchurch. Saying Fiji Day celebration in Christchurch. The soccer tournament also going on there with some great players playing, like Apisai Smith, Latia Tuilau, and Krishnil Krishna in amongst the mix of players at the Suka tournament in Christchurch, and all enjoying the action, catching it on the airwaves of MyTV. We quickly acknowledge our partners in this broadcast. RC Manubai, the most trusted name in hardware. Flick Hygiene for our electrical and general contractors. We'll come back to that. Nabil Beg, now Penisoni Tirau, one-on-one with the goalkeeper again. And it is the same result as that in the first half, but that would not have counted. That would not have counted. He has been flagged down for offside. And now look at Nabil, he's asking Tirau, why didn't you hold back for me to get the pass across? Just slightly offside, Penisoni Tirau. Tried to round up the goalkeeper and smack one in. Hits the side netting. And you saw Nabil Beg. He was instructing Tirau to go down, and perhaps that's a strategy to use up some more time. Little over 10 minutes to go now.
So, final 10 minutes is what we are about to enter. And Lambasa will throw in everything possible. They need goals here. 2 goals at least to force extra time as Ba look to the bench to manage themselves the 10 minutes that remain here. Also welcoming Shamir Hassan out there in Suasua Lambasa and not having good moments for now as the team is down by 2-0.
Ba will make a substitution, but it is not one of the yellow carded players. It is this man, just missed a sitter. Penisoni Tirau comes off and Penaya Nangatalevu goes in.
Also Satwan Kishore from Lami supporting his bar team with the family and friends watching on my TV pay-per-view live streaming.
Straight into action. There he is, Penaya Nangatalevu. Cut back from Vilitati Kautonga. Now they switch play to Fazil. Fazil Ali. He has Pedeli Sukambula, decides not to use him and goes straight to the new man that has just gone in, Penaya Nangatalevu. That was good vision from Fazil. Just floated slightly out of the reach of Penaya. So Simi Tamanisau comes out and grabs it. Ilisoni Loleivalu. Lekima Ngonerau. Sitiveni. Which way will he go? To the flanks. Suluka.
Rovin, Jeet, Bianca, Jay, Sharon and Ronil watching from USA and enjoying the Fiji cover. Priyanka backing Lambasa in this one now that the Priyanka rather, and that the Nandi team is out.
Lekima Ngonerau. Back to the safety of the goalkeeper, Simeone Netani Suluka. Excellent understanding amongst the RC Manubai midfielders and the defense. Moreira. Suliano will meet his cross. Vilitati Kautonga nods it on for Penaya Nangatalevu, and he will foul Sitiveni Rakai. 82 minutes up, 8 more minutes to go, and you feel that life is now being suffocated out of Extra Supermarket Lambasa. Their life at the FMF IDC looks to end here, crashing out at the semi-final stage. So 2 defeats in a row for Extra Supermarket Lambasa, going down 3-1 to Suva in the final group game, and now down by 2-0 against a very spirited home team, RC Manubai Ba.
The end is prevalent for now. Do they have a lifeline to be thrown in the next 7 minutes or so?
Ilisoni, Simita Manisau, Netani Suluka, Sitiveni Rakai, Melvin Mani, away from Velitati Kautonga, Jimson Abana, but Lucas Rees, that was another good read from him, clashing with Elisa Vulimainavuso though. Junior Jack has not had his moments in this match, very quiet after coming in, shut down by the Ba defenders, and Jimson Abana will overrun that. Not the sort of performances that we have seen from Extra Supermarket Lambasa. So 2 changes now to be made by Coach Alvin Chan. Simeone Rangone Turanga will go in. First up, replacing Netani Suluka. Of course, the goal-scoring hero from Extra BOG in the final against Ratem Construction Rewa. Simi Rangone Turanga scored that all-important goal in the 2-1 win. And now also coming off is Jimson Abana. You saw them, rather you saw him after that loose control of the ball, which eventually evaded him and went out for a goal kick. He was favoring his right leg, so they take him off, and the person that has just gone in to replace Jimson Abana is Ratu Arane.
So final 5 minutes of semi-final number 1 here. Ba fans already celebrating, and Janan Naidu Bantu of Oakland watching out there. The My TV pay-per-view live streaming with his family and brothers Ravi Naidu, Avnil Naidu and Chris Reddy, all in New Zealand supporting the beloved Ba team, they say.
Fazil, another cross into the box. Simi Rangone Turanga. Now he has just come on, tried to get the ball away, perhaps just kick one outside, and that too was a miss kick. So it's just not happening for Extra Supermarket Lambasa in this semi-final. Etonian Tongelau, really tactical Tonga. He thought about it for a second, then released it to Eto. Lambasa will bring it back. Junior Jack Annie, Sitivani Rakai. Back to Junior on the overlap, so this was a good run from him. Pedeli Sukambula watching him closely. Junior, oh, pickpocketed by Pedeli, that was a good one. Sitiveni, Ilisoni, Lekima, Simi. This is Simi Rangone Turanga. Eprama Moraida. Nabil Beg, who has gone back in defense now, doing well to get it away from him.
Any goal either end of the field will surely change the whole scenario. Ba with the 2-0 cushion scores another, will be the end of Lambasa. And if Ba gets that one, Lambasa gets that one with 2-0 scoreline against them, then that will give them some spirit and motivation to return into this match.
I'm wondering whether those that are scaling the heights of the rain tree on the branches, will they remain atop those branches or come down in celebrations after this game is completed, or spend some more time hanging around for the Suvarewa match?
They're still there off screen at the moment, but Joshua Wilson, and then there they talk about, we saw Malakai Kaini Hewe. How can we forget that man sitting on the reserve bench for this Ba team, not as a player, but as one of the officials. We just saw him coming in and having a word with Joshua Wilson about the situation on the park.
What a player, Malakai Kaini. And in that same breath, we also acknowledge some of the LA greats, the Extra Supermarket Lambasa greats. We'll come back to that with Etonia Dongalau on the charge. However, does not get the power that he would have wanted. Gordon Liwai, the Sami brothers, Simon Maradona Peters, Hussein Sahib, and the legendary Iva Evans. These famed players also deserve a praise, the legends of the game, despite Extra Supermarket Lambasa being down by 2 goals to 0. Lekima. Rangone Turanga. Watched closely by Nabil and Penaya. So they switch play across to Ashnil Raju. Rakai. And Fazil Ali will knock that out for a corner kick. Perhaps the last bit of set piece opportunity for Lambasa. Atunaisa asking his players to calm down, to take it easy. We have all the time. However, that knock from Fazil seemed to have touched a Lambasa player on its way out. So it will be a goal kick. We are into the last minute now. and we can perhaps surely, barring any extra bit of magic to happen, which doesn't seem so, it will be a miracle of the highest standards if Lambasa does claw back into this match. Doesn't appear to be. And we can now pencil in that tomorrow, when we return to Govind Park for the grand finale of this year's FMF Inter-District Championship, we will see the man in black in the lineup.
And a final time shout out to those at Matuku Island, Emmanuel, Master Emmanuel, and the entire team out there watching and enjoying the My TV pay-per-view live streaming in almost every tournament recently that we have been in company with those at Matuku Island.
7 minutes to be added on at the end of the second half. That's a fair bit of time.
Will that be the lifeline that Lambasa is looking for?
7 minutes. 7 is a number that's synonymous with a lot of grades in the game of football. Will that be a number that does give this extra supermarket Lambasa team a chance, a crack in the semi-final? But with a man down, this is a task that's going to be very, very difficult to nearly impossible now. Etonia. Lucas Rees. Atunaisa will just let one fly. We come towards the Lambasa penalty box. Well, in between the center circle and the penalty box area is where Simi Rangone Turanga has handled the ball. So it will be a bar free kick.
The call there from Rodik Singh is to calm things down, as there's no need to rush for the men in black bar team. They can keep possession, they can toil it around and keep it with them with less than 7 minutes left.
The national team midfielder Nabil Beg on the charge. He's come back with a stint in New Zealand. Made his debut for the Fiji national team in 2022 in March with a 3-0 win over Vanuatu. So Nabil will leave it for Pranil Naidu and then gets a second bite at the cherry from that rebound off the wall. And now RC Manubai Mba can afford to do that. Wherever they fly does not matter, as far as there's one that does not fly into their own net. In other words, for Lambasa to get a goal, is that all that they need to do, prevent it from happening.
Nabil Beg has the entire family out here and supporting him, so he has all that is needed as a motivation to display what he is showing here at this 4R stadium.
2.5 of the 7 minutes gone in added time. Simeone. Eparama Moraida escapes Nabil Beg. Ratu Arane easily taken away by the bar defenders. Lucas Rees now. Wilitati Kotoga, if he does get the pass, he was in an offside position, so they don't play him. Eto. Lucas Rees, I'm sure he'll be itching to get his name on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, being a defender, he knows that it's almost wrapped up for them. And he also wants to send some message back in Chile that he scored a goal here in the semi-final, which he hasn't so far.
Nabil, you look at Nabil, just telling his players, we are good with poking the ball around. The fans know. With 3.5 played, another 3.5 to go in added time. All they need to do is keep ball, keep possession.
So the next one will kick off straight after this, because it's already around 4:25 p.m. here, and the kickoff for the next one is 4:30 p.m. The semi-final number 2 between Rewa and Suva.
But RC Manubai and Ba have surely put on a show for their fans. in their home ground. Extra Supermarket Lambasa, uncertain, unsure, out of luck, especially after the departure of their captain Christopher Wasasala in the 34th minute of the first half to that second yellow. And his marching orders.
Credit must go to the Man in Black Ba team for starting on a high and putting early pressure on Lambasa, and that got their captain in action in ambitious manners as he tried to make those daring saves, and double yellow card has seen him out.
Elisoni Ilolaivalu, Raju, Junior Jack. No space opening up for Lambasa. Vilitati Kautonga will come back and secure this for Mba. Bedeli Sukambula sending it back to Suliano. Tawana Koro. Lucas. Pranil Naidu. Tackle from behind on Pranil from Ratu Arane. Will this be the last action of the match?
And a quick shout out to the Ba fans out there. Wasim, Shakil, Koya, Tanzil, Shafim, Shifraz, Afroz, Sharim Hussein, Farin and Firaz enjoying this Ba almost a victory.
Also enjoying in Lenga Lenga Nandi, the My TV coverage. Ritesh, Shelvin and Ritesh Kumar, Bobby. Neutrals there, however, enjoying the action, the coverage on My TV. Cut off by Elisoni, Lekima Ngone Rao, Etonia. Will he have a go? Etonia Ndongalao, the back heel to Nabil Beck. Simeone Tamanesau comes out quickly. It opens up and slammed home. Slammed home by Etonia Ndongalao. The Archers celebration from him. A thunderbolt of a drive from Etonia Ndongalao, and those celebrating in the trees as well. The branches shaking, the net has shaken, the fans sent off with icing on the cake really from Etonia Ndongalao, the captain in the previous games, has today surely booted Extra Supermarket Lambasa out of the FMF IDC. If the performance in the Extra Premier League here, that 5-0 victory was a statement, this one surely the final nail in Extra Supermarket Lambasa's coffin as Etonia Ndongalao celebrates Ba go up by 3 goals to 0.
Will those branches be able to hold them for long? The celebration, there they are, still there to be part of this memorable and magical moment here at the 4R Stadium, and we are coming almost to the end.
Yes, and we have come to the end indeed. Veer Singh points to the stands. Pranil Dayal, Joshua Wilson in celebration. Pradit Singh, hands pointing up to the heavens in prayers. The fans in jubilation. Truly a remarkable performance from RC Manubai Ba. Seeing them give Lambasa a hiding in this semi-final. Extra Supermarket Lambasa, it's back to the drawing board. Their run of championship finishes, podium finishes, 3 on the trot. It's all over. RC Manubai Ba will appear in the final tomorrow, and who will they face? We will see shortly. For now, RC Manubai Ba 3, Extra Supermarket Lambasa 0 in the first semi-final.